It was an awful evening.
Seat, are you?
No, I was in the second row that time.
Sure? Oh, you weren't in seat 13? I don't think the numbers are good. 23, 27, 13.
It's 13, there's 2, and then it's just random numbers.
I reckon this is a bingo game.
As and when they choose
They play
it.
chair bingo.
2 little ducks, number 2. Or sorry, that's just one little duck.
I think that's really funny. I'm gonna.
Right, here we go. Good evening from the Triplex Sports Association ground for the second time this season after a 2-1 defeat at this same venue just a couple of months ago against Cadbury. Coventry United are back and hoping for a better result. This is Hillz FM Matchday with Liam Cook. This is live coverage of Pilkington XXX versus Coventry United, live Midland League Division 1 football on this terrific Tuesday evening. The fans are starting to flock into the ground and we are less than 15 minutes away from kickoff. Can Coventry United go 4 points clear at the top of Division 1 with Bromsgrove in cup action tomorrow? That is the big question, but this is a little bit of a hoodoo ground. United have never won here, but they are under new management, of course. Last time they were here, they were under the tutorage of Edwin Greaves. Terry Anderson is in charge now, so will his luck change United fortunes? And as we say, we are just 15 minutes away from kickoff here at the Triplex Sports Association ground. And you know what, we're just going to call it the Triplex ground because I tripped over it that many times when we had Cadbury here earlier on in the season. I don't want a repeat performance. Anyway, let's get into your team news this evening. And let's start off with the host, Pilkington XXX. In goal, number 1, Reece Francis. 2, Keith Draper. 3, Jake Wickets. 4, Matt Powell. 5, Kieran McCallum. 6, Jack Gauntlet. 7, Craig Oldfield. 8, Joe Wykes. 9, Chad Barrett. 10, Dale Kenny. And number 11, Anthony Fletcher. And on the bench for Pilkington, it's number 12, Matthew Skrizeka. I hope I pronounced that right, very unusual name. Number 14, Daniel Dowse. 15, Patrick Bayan. 16, Jack McGunn. And 17, Ollie Jones. And for Coventry United this evening, just a couple of changes from the side that beat Lichfield 2-1 on Saturday. That's a very bizarre equalising goal. You can catch that in our highlights package on the YouTube page. Anyway, into serious business now. The starting lineup for Coventry United. Number 1, Rich Morris. 2, Pierre Moodim. 3, Thomas Glasgow. 4, Rob Prinzel. 5, Callum Burgess. 6, Jamie Coleman. 7, Rich Blythe. 8, the skipper, Chris Cox. Number 9, Matt Brown. 10, Josh O'Grady. And number 11 is Gift Musa. On the bench for the Reds, number 12, Brian and Love. 13, David Allen. 14, Martin Hutchcox. 15, Josh Blake. And the new face, number 16, Jaden Rickus. I hope I have got that right because Graham's handwriting still has a little bit to be desired. So, Jaden, if you're listening, I apologise for getting your name wrong in advance. 10 minutes to go until kickoff here at the Triplex Sports Association ground. We're not the only team playing tonight. No, we are not. We're letting the other teams in as well. Coventry City are in action at home to Bradford City tonight at the Ricoh Arena. We've got the team news through from that game as well. Just a couple of changes from the side that beat Millwall 2-1 on Saturday. A very impressive result for the Sky Blues. So I'm having to get team news from there in just a couple of seconds' time. It has been released, but we just got to try and find it on Twitter. Manchester City are in action at Newcastle this evening. We're hearing that Vincent Kompany is back in the starting lineup. So that's all we know from that game. Of course, we thank you for joining us here on Hillz FM Matchday, live coverage of Pilkington XXX versus Coventry United. Now, I have to admit, until Saturday, thanks to a couple of eagle-eared Lichfield fans, they well, I was saying I didn't know why Pilkington were known as Pilkington XXX. Well, you see those three little letters, you know, the mind boggles. But it's actually due to Pilkington XXX glass. So there you go, perfectly innocent explanation. It's my dirty mind going haywire again. Still trying to get teams from Coventry City. We do know that James Maddison and Ruben Ramirez are going to be starting for the Sky Blues this afternoon, and we will keep you up to date with everything that is happening at the Ricoh Arena, good or bad, and it's usually the latter that we have to report. Same old Coventry City, eh? And we'll be keeping you up to date with the latest goings on in the Premier League and the Football League as well. Well, just one match in the Premier League tonight, that's Newcastle versus Manchester City. A full programme of matches in the Football League. Birmingham City host Preston North End. We've got Brentford versus Cardiff. Brighton and Hove Albion look to continue their push for promotion against recently relegated Queen's Park Rangers. Bristol City host Derby County. Burnley have Middlesbrough in a huge top 2 match. Huge match there at Turf Moor, Burnley versus Borough. Ipswich versus Fulham. Leeds at home to Wolverhampton Wanderers. Nottingham Forest host Blackburn Rovers, the two former First Division giants. Rotherham versus Huddersfield Town, a nice little Yorkshire derby. Sheffield Wednesday versus Milton Keynes Dons. The battle of the relegation threatened sides, Bolton and Charlton. And finally, Reading versus Hull. In League One this evening, Barnsley take on Peterborough United. We've got Burton versus Wigan, a huge match again at the top of the league. In League One, Wigan can move a step closer to promotion by beating Nigel Clough's Brewers this evening. Chesterfield versus Doncaster Rovers. Now losing tonight will mean that Doncaster Rovers are virtually down. They would only be up via goal difference. Coventry versus Bradford. Bradford still have outside hopes of reaching the playoffs. Crewe obviously already relegated at home to Colchester United, who can be relegated tonight. Millwall take on Fleetwood Town. We've got Rochdale versus Gillingham as well. Scunthorpe United versus Bury. Shrewsbury versus Sheffield United. Southend and Oldham. And finally Walsall against Swindon Town. Right, we've just got a message from our good friend Keith Green. He's asked us to give a big shout out to Alfie. They're both listening in. Alfie's feeling a little bit poorly tonight. And also hello to the Red and Green Army from Keith and Alfie. Sorry you couldn't make it to the match tonight, Keith, but you know what? You're going to be well entertained with this live coverage from Hillz FM Matchday. So big shout out to Keith Green and little Alfie as well. Okay, now on to the matters in League 2. Barnet take on Notts County, who have enjoyed an absolutely shocking season so far. Cambridge versus Morecambe. Carlisle at home to Luton Town. Dagenham and Redbridge already relegated back to the conference. They take on AFC Wimbledon. Exeter are at home to Mansfield Town. We've got Hartlepool versus Accrington. Leyton Orient now under their new manager. They are at home to Plymouth Argyle. Newport host Oxford United. We've also got Northampton Town versus Crawley. Stevenage versus Bristol Rovers. Wickham against Yeovil. And finally York City at home to Portsmouth. And of course York in dire straits at the bottom of League 2 as well. So a lot to be decided in the professional leagues tonight. But of course tonight's coverage comes from the Triplex Sport Association ground as Coventry United start to make their way onto the pitch. It appears that the Red and Green Army are going to be the White and Green Army tonight. Josh O'Grady marching onto the pitch in his white and green kit. Just having a couple of minutes with the Bulls before the game officially kicks off. And we are just 5 minutes away from kickoff. Terry Anderson, the interim Coventry United manager, walking onto the pitch. May just have 6 games remaining in charge of the first team, but he's done an absolutely stellar job so far. 4 matches in charge after the unusual sacking of Edwin Greaves. But so far the results speak for themselves. Now if you've missed the rather bizarre coverage from Coventry United's 2-1 victory at Lichfield on Saturday, then you can catch up with Hillz FM Matchday, the best bits. All you've got to do is go to our YouTube channel, search Hillz FM Matchday in your YouTube search bar and click on the video that says Lichfield City versus Coventry United, the best bits. There's a 10-minute highlights package on there where you can get the lowdown on exactly what happened at the McDonald's Community Stadium on Saturday. And Coventry United are on the road once again on Thursday, the 5th of 5 straight away games there at Pelsall Villa, who at the moment are not in a good way financially. So, of course, best wishes to Pelsall Villa and their fans. We'll see you on Thursday for what I'm sure is going to be a fantastic game of football. Then it's 3 consecutive home fixtures for United, so they will be on home turf for the running, and really if they win tonight and they continue to win, they can wrap up the title at the last home game of the season before that final trip to Studley on Saturday the 30th of April. All things going to plan, of course. Now the Coventry United players have actually come back onto the turf to train for a little while. We are just 4 minutes away from kick-off now, so I can only assume there's been a slight delay in proceedings. We'll try and get the lowdown on that as soon as we can, as the Coventry United fans are starting to make their way into the ground. I say into the ground, they're all in the clubhouse, and who could blame them? There's no action right here at the moment, but very shortly we will be kicking off things at the Triplex Sports Association ground. Live coverage of Pilkington XXX versus Coventry United right here with Hillz FM Matchday. And again, we'll be keeping you up to date with everything that's going on in the professional leagues, as well as the latest goings on in the Midland Football League as well. And as I previously said, Coventry United can go 4 points clear over Bromsgrove. This is United's last game in hand. Bromsgrove are in cup action on Wednesday night. It's not going to have a physical advantage. It's, United will be drawing level on games with Bromsgrove this evening. They are guaranteed to still be at the top of the table next time they play on Thursday night. But will it be a 1 point gap, a 2 point gap, or a 4 point gap? And of course, anything you want to say on this evening's action, you are more than welcome to get in touch with us via Twitter. At Matchday Hillz is the official Hillz FM Matchday Twitter account. We were just hearing whispers around the ground that there is in fact a delay because one of the linesmen has actually tweaked a muscle in the warm-up. So the players, of course, have come back onto the turf. We weren't sure why, but it appears that one of the officials, we don't know which one yet, we believe it's one of the linesmen. One of the linesmen has pulled a muscle or at least tweaked something, so we are going to be having an extended training period while the referee tries to find a new linesman. I can safely say I am in no condition to don the black shirt and shorts and that dazzling yellow flag this evening. Believe me, I've had too much McDonald's. More than happy to stay in the Coventry booth. Well, I say Coventry booth, it's we're just sat in the front row of the stand here at the Triplex Sports Association ground, and last time we were here it was not a great evening for 2 reasons. Firstly, it was absolutely heaving it down with rain, and secondly, it was not a very attractive game of football, with Coventry United losing by 2-1 at Cadbury. They've never won here. Can United put things right tonight and go 4 points clear at the top of Midland League Division 1? United are going to be in their white and green away strip, Pilkington in their red, predominantly red home shirts with their black shorts. Again, there is going to be an extended training period. And also, we've just got a shout-out request to Peter Reynolds. He's in Edinburgh, so a big shout-out from the Red and Green Army. He's listening from his hotel room. And by the way, oh my God! There you go. They don't pay me enough. I just hope we're not going to be hearing any farmyard animal noises this evening. I did have a McDonald's earlier, by the way. It was very nice. I feel sheesh. All right, this is where the bad jokes start. They were here last time because we were playing Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, so there were quite a few chocolate jokes here last time. And now we're going to the farmyard puns. I'm surprised they've allowed us to extend our coverage to next season. I really am. So I'm not quite sure what is happening at the moment. Whether the referee's trying to find a new line or whether they're trying to prep up the old one, but we do know there is a delayed kickoff. And Peter Reynolds has actually got back in touch with us. He said, Liam, your voice is booming out of my laptop sitting on top of the minibar at the Edinburgh Marriott. Sadly, the minibar is empty. Oh, bless him. I tell you what, right, at half time, go and get yourself a bottle of cider, all right? We'll be off air for 5 minutes. And to be honest with you, you can probably do it now because we're still waiting for kickoff because the players have come back onto the pitch having a little bit of a warm-up while the referee tries to find the third man. And may I say, I am distancing myself from the roll. The only roll I want to be anywhere near tonight is a sausage roll. We are underway in professional leagues tonight in the sole game in the Premier League between Newcastle and Manchester City, and full fixtures in the Championship, League One and League Two. So we'll be keeping you up to date with those matches as and when we get the score updates. And also we'll be keeping a very keen eye on Coventry City. They are going to be at home to Bradford City, and that match at the Ricoh Arena is now underway. In fact, there are quite a few fixtures tonight here in, not just in the Midland League, but in the Cup as well. Bromsgrove are in action. They are at home to Northfield Town in the Cup. In the Midland League Division 1 fixtures, Atherstone Town hosting Nuneaton Grove. Heath Hayes versus Littleton. Lichfield City versus Walsall Wood. Again, that is another Cup game. Pelsall Villa, our opponents on Thursday. They're at home to Pershore Town. Of course, Pilkington versus Coventry United. Racing Club Warwick against Leicester Road. And finally, Studley versus Hinckley AFC. So those are the fixtures in the Midland League this evening. We'll be trying to keep you up to date with those matches as much as possible. And another message from Peter Reynolds. He says, message heard. Oh my God. I've got a feeling we're going to be hearing that chant quite a few times tonight. For those of you who missed it, look, just go back and listen to the Lichfield coverage, okay? Because I'm not going to go through it now. All right. Well, basically, there was a player for Lichfield called Gary Birch who didn't agree with one of the decisions from the referee and kept on shouting, "Oh my God," at the ref. So what did the Coventry United faithful do? They took the mick just a little bit. So once again, kickoff is delayed at the Triplex Sports Association ground because of an injury to one of the linesmen. Hopefully we'll be getting underway very soon, like they are at the Ricoh Arena, and already they've had a chance. Adam Armstrong coming close and winning Coventry City a corner. So that's what we've come to here on Hillz FM Matchday. We're reporting on other matches. That's what we've come to. Of course, thank you so much for joining us here on Hillz FM Matchday. Your support really does mean a lot. We'll be nowhere without the fans, and of course we will be extending our coverage into next season. Hillz FM will continue to broadcast live sporting action from Coventry United. Every single Coventry United match will be live next season. League, Cup, friendlies, it will all be here, so you will not miss a beat with Hillz FM Matchday. So we're being told that kickoff will now be 8 o'clock. So kickoff has been delayed by 15 minutes. So let's go through another run through of the starting 11s for those who have missed the first few minutes of the broadcast. So let's go through the starting lineup for Pilkington XXX. Number 1, Reece Francis. 2, Keith Draper. 3, Jake Wicketts. 4, Matt Powell. 5, Kieran McCullough. 6, Jack Gauntlet. 7, Craig Oldfield. 8, Joe Wicks. 9, Chad Barrett. 10, Dale Kenny. 11, Anthony Fletcher. And on the bench, number 12, Matthew Skrizeka. Number 14, Daniel Dowse. 15, Patrick Bayan. 16, Jack McGunn. And 17, Oliver Jones. And for Coventry United, starting this afternoon, number 1, Rich Morris. 2, Pierre Moodim. 3, Thomas Glasgow. 4, Rob Prinzel. 5, Callum Burgess. 6, Jamie Coleman. 7, Rich Blythe. 8, Chris Cox. 9, Matt Brown. 10, Josh O'Grady. And, of course, number 11 is Gift Musa. And on the bench for Coventry United this evening, number 12, Brian and Love, 13, David Allen, 14, Martin Hutchcox, 15, Josh Blake, and 16, a new name, is Jaden Rickhus. So no sign of the double hero from Lichfield, Kai Williams. And the referee has informed the players that they are ready to go and they've been called back into the dressing rooms. So it appears that either the referee has managed to patch up his linesman or he's found a new one. So kickoff is now scheduled for 10 minutes time. That's when my battery lasts. So Pilkington currently in 8th place in Midland League Division 1. Certainly not an easy encounter for Coventry United, and go 4 points clear at the top of Midland League Division 1. Pilkington have not been victorious since a 3-2 victory at home to Hinckley on the 22nd of March. So they are yet to win in the month of April, including cup matches. And in that time, they've only lost once. So in the last 5 games, they haven't won, but they have only lost once. I was at home to Racing Club Warwick. In that time, they have drawn 2-2 at Leicester Road, 2-2 with Pageant Rangers in the Cup, 2-2 at home to Lichfield, and 0-0 away at Aviston. So really, they are the draw specialists in Midland League Division 1. They know how to pick up points. But Coventry United could really do with the victory in their final game in hand over Bromsgrove Sporting. They can go 4 points clear. It does seem now that the referee and the linesman are getting set to go. Just making sure that everything is okay with the Pilkington players who are still on the pitch. The Coventry United fans are starting to join us here in the KGB stand. And no goals to tell you about. In fact, no, there has been a couple of goals in League One. Wigan Athletic lead at Burton, and Doncaster Rovers are boosting their survival hopes. They're winning at Chesterfield. A couple of goals in League Two as well. They're scoring early, aren't they? Literally about 8 minutes in, they're already scoring. Barnet 0, Notts County 1. Surprising score line there. And Cambridge United 1, Morecambe 0. Accrington Stanley leading 1-0 at Hartlepool. And that is the last goal in the professional leagues so far. It remains 0-0 between Coventry City and Bradford City at the Ricoh Arena. Not a lot riding on that game. Bradford just trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. Of course, Coventry City no longer in with a chance of the playoffs, despite that 2-1 victory at home to Millwall on Saturday. 25-yard screamer by John Fleck, voted the Sky Sports goal of the weekend. And for a good reason as well. What a beauty. Marcus Tugay's winner, less of a beauty, but it was still a goal, and it gave Coventry City a much-needed victory. So while we're waiting for the referee to get things underway here at the Triplex Sports Association ground, let's tell you where we are going to be over the next, less than 2 weeks now. Remember, the season finishes on the 30th of April, so we are less than 2 weeks away from the end of the season. So we've got Pilkington tonight. On Thursday, we are at the Bush Ground at Pelsall Villa. That's on Thursday night. It's a 7:45 kickoff. On Saturday, United host Bowl Hall Swifts at Sphinx Drive. Then it's another home game against Heath Hayes. United versus Littleton, again at Sphinx Drive, the last home game of the season, where in theory United could lift the trophy. If they win tonight and continue to win, they will be champions by then. But if need be, they will go to the Beehive to face Studley on the last day of the season. That's on the 30th of April. As the referee and one linesman, I don't seem to see another linesman. There's just 2 officials in black standing in front of the Coventry United players who are making their way over to the touchline. So are we just playing with one linesman this evening? If so, that linesman's going to be doing a hell of a lot of running. And of course, we thank you for waiting very patiently here on Hillz FM Matchday. It's very hard to commentate when there's not anything to commentate on, but we've done our best. And in fact now we have got 3 officials walking Coventry United onto the pitch. A slight delay to kick off due to the injury to one of the linesmen, but we are set for some footballing action on this Tuesday evening at the Triplex Sports Association ground. Can Coventry United go 4 points clear? We'll find out live on Hillz FM Matchday. Let's go through a run through now of the teams, starting with our host, Pilkington XXX. Number 1, Reece Francis. 2, Keith Draper. 3, Jake Wickets. 4, Matt Powell. 5, Kieran McCalla. 6, Jack Gauntlet. 7, Craig Oldfield. 8, Joe Wykes. 9, Chad Barrett. 10, Dale Kenny. And number 11, Anthony Fletcher. And on the bench for Pilkington, number 12, Matthew Skrzeka, I hope I pronounced that right. 14, Daniel Dowse. 15, Patrick Bayan. 16, Jack McGunn. And 17, Oliver Jones. And now it's time to announce the Coventry United starting lineup. Starting in goal, number 1, Rich Morris. 2, Pierre Mudim. 3, Thomas Glasgow. 4, Rob Brinzel. 5, Callum Burgess. 6, Jamie Colbert. 7, Rich Blythe. 8, Chris Cox. 9, Matt Brown. Number 10, Josh O'Grady. Number 11, Gif Musa. And on the bench for Coventry United, number 12, Brian and Love. 13, David Allen. 14, Martin Hutchcox. 15, Josh Blake. And a new face, number 16, Jaden Rickus. So no Kai Williams on the bench for Coventry United. It must be working. Of course, scored twice at the Lichfield game on Saturday. Coventry United in their white and green away strips. Goalkeeper Rich Morris in his very fetching pink and navy goalkeeping kit. And Pilkington in their predominantly red home shirt and their black shorts. Live coverage of Pilkington XXX versus Coventry United right here on Hillz FM Matchday. For anything that you would like to say on this evening's broadcast, and also the fun animal noises that you are hearing on Hillz FM Matchday this evening, then the place to do it is on Hillz FM's Matchday's Twitter account, which is at MatchdayHills. So, 13 minutes later than originally scheduled, we are set to go at the Triplex Sports Association ground for the second time this season. Will it be victory for Coventry United this time around? Brown, Blythe and O'Grady in the centre circle, ready to kick things off. And we're underway at the Triplex Sports Association ground, Coventry United versus Pilkington. Chris Cox working his way through the centre onto the left-hand side. A very bobbly pitch here. Rob Prinzel playing at the back now. Here's Burgess through the middle to Rich Blythe, flicked on towards Brown and well cleared there by Craig Oldfield. Headed up by Coleman, chested by Anthony Fletcher. Good ball forward by Blythe and Matt Brown racing onto it under pressure from Matt Powell. It's still Brown and Powell able to get his foot there first and put it out for a Coventry United throw-in. Good early pressure from Coventry United. And in fact, it's gone out for a Pilkington throw. Must have took a touch off Matt Brown. Down the line by Gauntlet. It's gone out for a Coventry United throw-in this time on the halfway line. And once again, loyal supporters here from Coventry United travelling the short distance to Pilkington. And also well done. Also well done to the fans who have braved the traffic. Believe me, the traffic on the M42 this evening was absolutely horrendous. Hashtag loyal supporters. Oh, Pierre Moodham doing well to trick his way past Fletcher. It's still Moodham. He's got Blythe in support, still going Moodham. He's well tackled by Dale Kenny. And it's gone out for a throw-in to Pilkington. Goal from St James's Park, and Manchester City are in front. Newcastle 0, Manchester City 1. Mooden's ball towards Brown, and Brown should get that, and he does. Matt Brown picks up the ball on the right-hand side under pressure from Jake Wickett. Little dig in the back. Referee says no, and the clearance by Wickett is blocked by O'Grady. It's gone out for a Pilkington throw. Still in a danger zone for the home side. Throw down line. Can Mooden get his head on it? No, he can't. He's let it go for Kenny. Headed up. Burgess. Now Mooden. United should be able to settle now in the centre, but Mooden surrounded by red shirts. Dispossessed by Dale Kenny. Now Chad Barrett. Good pressure by Musa. Prinzel gets it away, but hoops it up rather than out. Pilkington come away with the ball. Kenny in the centre. Here's Oldfield. And cleared by Coleman on the outside of the area. Towards O'Grady. His more preferred wide position tonight. He was played up front on Saturday. Onto the right side. Moodham in space. Plays it back to Jamie Coleman. United trying to settle. Not the best of playing surfaces tonight. Very bobbly turf. Even the Pilkington players aren't happy with the condition of the pitch. Long ball forward towards Josh O'Grady. Headed down by Keith Draper. And Glasgow will allow that one to go out for a throw into Coventry United, who's got Blythe and Musa in support. Glasgow, of course, our Hillz FM Matchday man of the match from the Lichfield game. A fantastic performance. Filling in at left back for Ben Valance. And a long ball to Matt Brown, and that's an easy decision for the linesman. Offside against the veteran striker, the journeyman of Coventry United. So we are 4 minutes in at the XXX Sports Association ground. Still no score. There have been a couple of goals elsewhere though. Newcastle 0, Manchester City 1. Birmingham lead at home to Preston North End. Nottingham Forest 1, Blackburn 0. Rotherham 1, Huddersfield 0. Wigan 1, Burton 0. Also as an equaliser at the Proax Stadium, Chesterfield 1, Doncaster 1. Still no score at the Ricoh Arena. Coventry City 0, Bradford 0. Notts County lead Barnet by 1-0. Cambridge 2, Morecambe 0. You want to pick up the ball in the centre. It's drifted over to Keith Draper, the right back for Pilkington. Ball down line, looking for Oldfield. It's found Oldfield. Crosses it, and that's gone over everyone. And it should go out for a... It's going for a throw-in, I believe. View on the left wing, the far side of the pitch isn't fantastic. Big shout out to all the Coventry United fans tuned in tonight. Wherever you are in the world, we know a couple of fans who usually attend the matches have not been able to attend this evening's fixtures. I hope you are enjoying the coverage from Hillz FM Matchday. Hey, where would you be without us? It's a good job that we're back next season as well. Goalkeeper was kicked towards Musa. Pilkington picked up the ball. Blythe dispossesses. Jamie Coleman at centre back. His clearance blocked by Kenny. And Kenny gets past Coleman. Opportunity here for Pilkington after a mistake from Jamie Coleman. It's Kenny on the left-hand side of the area. Still going Dale Kenny. It's still Kenny being forced back. He's forced to find his right back, Keith Draper. He's got a gauntlet in support. Still Draper. And Whites couldn't regain possession. Cocked his long ball towards Matt Brown. Looks a little too long. Brown still trying to battle. It's cleared, but Rich Blythe chests it. He's got Brown in front of him. Moody in support. Coming up from right back still. Rich Blythe, and a good challenge there from, I believe it was Matt Powell. Ball down line, only as far as the United skipper, Chris Cox. And Kenny dispossesses the United skipper very well in his own half. Ball forward by McCullough. But Prinzel with the ball now. And the pass towards O'Grady was a powerful one. It took O'Grady 2 tries to control it. And Prinzel's pass in the centre was mishit, but it still found Blythe. Played back to Coleman. United looking to regroup from the back here. Ball for Josh O'Grady into the penalty area. Still O'Grady's been blocked there by Matt Powell. Good defence from Pilkington. Goal kick for the Pilks. Scoreline after 7 minutes. Pilkington XXX 0, Coventry United 0. A goal at the Majeski Stadium. They've only been underway 5 minutes there, but Reading lead Hull by 1-0. Could be a spanner in the works there for the Tigers. as they try to return to the Premier League at the first attempt. And Reece Francis, the Pilkington goalkeeper, to take the goal kick. Just about kept in. Mr. picks it up in the centre, chip pass towards Josh O'Grady. He's got a battle here with Jake Wickets, and Wickets able to nick the ball away from United's top scorer. 31 goals in a prolific league season. Ball into the penalty area towards Barrett. The first touch wasn't quite there. It's gone straight into the hands of Rich Morris. Glasgow forced to pass it back to Prinzel. Long pass, and Matt Brown nods it on, but it's only going to go to Keith Draper. Good try from the journeyman striker. Prinzel lets that long pass go, and it will go to the grateful gloves of Rich Morris. Very fetching purple and navy goalkeeping jersey.
Come on, United!
Oh, I want to know where I can get one, so I know how to avoid it. Morris's kick towards the centre. Grady got a little dig in the back there from McCalla, and Coventry United have a free kick 10 yards outside the area. In fact, it's more like 5 yards actually, and this is prime Josh O'Grady territory. There's a decent position on the slightly to the right side of the area. Perfect area to whip it in to the far top corner. He's done it before, he can do it again. So remember that sensational free kick scored against Savin. Could this be another one? Yes, it is! Low and hard into the bottom corner. Josh O'Grady. That's why he's on set pieces. And Coventry United take an early lead at the Triflex Sports Association ground. Pilkington XXX 0, Coventry United 1. But remember, this is how it started. During the match with Cadbury, United going in front, ended up losing 2-1. So United can't afford to get too carried away there, but Joshua O'Grady lining it up. It looked like he was aiming for the top corner, but in fact, no, he put it underneath the wall and put it into the bottom corner.
Oh my God!
And here comes the now signature oh my God chance. United looking for a second goal here. Rich Blythe picks it up after good work from Matt Brown. Musa quickly passes it back to Blythe. Chip pass looking for O'Grady. Chests it to Musa, just nicked away by Jack Wickets. Head forward by Burgess only as far as Kieran McCullough, who gave away the free kick. Disappointment there for the centre-back, the captain. Draper. Pick 1-2 there with Craig Oldfield. Gauntlet will get onto a long pass, no, he won't drift it out for a throw-in to Coventry United, who now lead at the Triflex Sports Association ground. Once again, Josh O'Grady with a cheeky free kick underneath the wall. Poked it up to get back on terms immediately. Ball into the area, cleared by Moodim as Fletcher tried to get something on it. Wickett picks it up back into the area and caught well by Rich Morris under pressure from Chad Barrett. Headed on by Fletcher. Coleman's header, back to Moodim. Cox. Musa. United have to work fast and effectively in the centre, not being allowed a minute on the ball. Pilkington had the ball once again with Gauntlet. Now Oldfield. Draper just passing around on the halfway line. Got to be careful that they don't allow United in here, and they may have done just that with Josh O'Grady able to win the ball back. And now Rich Blythe. O'Grady's back on his feet, ready to help out with the attack. Blythe through ball to the right side now. Pierre Moodim is in space, crossing opportunity. And the cross goes straight over the crossbar. Such a shame there. Great work from Blythe, O'Grady and Moodim. And of course, a victory tonight can put Coventry United 4 points clear at the top of the Midland League Division 1. And all they've got to do is keep on winning, and they'll be promoted for the 3rd consecutive season in just their 3rd season of existence. Incredible feat by Coventry United, but of course they've got to finish the job. Barrett. Gauntlet's chip pass back to Barrett. Under pressure from Glasgow. Coleman gets his foot in there. Glasgow and Gauntlet clutching there, but it's gone out for a Coventry United throw-in. If you're just tuning in, we're only about 13 minutes in at the Triplex Sports Association ground. Of course, those you have missed the start, kickoff was delayed by 30 minutes to be precise, because of an injury to the linesman. We have now found a makeshift linesman who so far hasn't had too much to do apart from award a couple of throws to Coventry United. It's a 15-minute delay while they found a new linesman. We're underway now, that's all that matters as Cox races forward. Ball onto the left wing to find Matt Brown. It's just edged out by Keith Draper. Coventry United throw in around 10 yards into Pilkington's half. Apparently that cow noise is for Heather. Unless Jake Wickets to take the throw. Options with Kenny just in front of him. McCarley in a more defensive position. Down line. He's gone out for another throw into this time to Coventry United, I believe. Moodham has the ball in his hands as the light starts to fade and the floodlights take effect. The Triplex Sports Association ground. Throwing down line. And a free kick to Pilkington. A foul by Joshua Grady on Craig Oldfield. 15 minutes in, Coventry United lead by 1-0. Joshua Grady free kick, the difference so far. Pilkington look to try and craft together an equaliser. Of course, Terry Anderson's still unbeaten as Coventry United's interim manager has got 6 games to go, including this one. Kenny Rain unbeaten for 10 games. Free kick is cleared. Kenny's header only back to his defence, and it's gone out for a throw into Coventry United on the halfway line. Still no score from the Ricoh Arena. Coventry City taking on the hoofball specialists Bradford City. And of course, we'll bring you up to date with the latest scores from around the grounds in the professional leagues this evening. And quite a few matches in the Midland League as well. Lofted ball onto the right-hand side to Pierre Moodham after some give and goes in the centre of midfield. Moodham tricks his way past the Pilkington defender. Cross in, across the face of goal, and just about cleared there by Dale Kenny. Fletcher couldn't dispossess Moodham, a low cross. But unfortunately, a United man couldn't quite get there. Barrett tries to break, and he's well cut off by Rob Prinzel. Ball forward towards Brown. Only as far as Oldfield. United have the ball back once again, though, with Blythe. Lofted pass. O'Grady didn't want that. He didn't want that, and it's gone straight to Reece Francis. And the Pilks look to regroup from the back once again. Prinzel boots it clear. Barrett tried to get his hand on it. O'Grady. And that little knock from O'Grady, taking it away from Brown. Wickets. It's cut out well by Burgess. With Kenny lurking behind him. Throw in. Fletcher leaves it for Wickets, who trudges forward. Not the best of views here in stands for this far side of the pitch. A few of the fans have actually had to stand on the mound behind us to get a better view. And it's going out for a goal kick anyway. Good pressure from Callum Burgess, forcing Chad Barrett out. And a goal at St James's Park. Newcastle have equalised against Manchester City. Newcastle have got to make this game count. It's their game in hand over Norwich City. And it was Vernon Anita who scored for Newcastle. Not the man you'd expect to be scoring crucial goals, but there you go. Miracles come in strange fashions. Wickets prepared to take a throw-in. Some opportunity here for Pilkington with Kenny. Crossing opportunity, dispossessed. Trying to clear their lines. Here's Josh O'Grady. Lofted ball. Matt Brown trying to race onto it. Can he beat the defender to it? Yes, he can, but he can't beat the goalkeeper. Hoofed clear by Reece Francis. Musa can only find Craig Oldfield. And the high ball towards Kenny into the hands of United goalkeeper Rich Morris. Score remains 1-0 to Coventry United. Hull have equalised at Reading. It's 1-1 there now. Blackburn have also equalised at Nottingham Forest. Kenny. Pass only as far as Gift Musa, forcing Fletcher off the ball. Mood him. Burgess clears the ball. O'Grady couldn't get his hand on it. Glasgow couldn't either, but Gauntlet's pass only as far as Prinzel. His lofted ball towards the left side, cut out by Draper before Brown could get there. Here's Gauntlet. His touch is just kept in. Dale Kenny is forced out of play. And rather than getting a free kick, it's going to be a throw into Coventry United just inside their own half.
Come on, United!
O'Grady picks up the ball just as a free kick is awarded for a little push there by, I believe it was Gift Musa. So 20 minutes gone. Coventry United lead thanks to a low free kick from, you guessed it, the set-piece specialist Joshua O'Grady. His 32nd league goal. Will he be able to top our Hillz FM Matchday challenge of 40 goals? The free kick put into the area, headed out by Prinzel. Glasgow finishes the job. That's gone out for a Coventry United throw-in. It came off the head of Joe Wykes. As Musa and Wykes tried to go for the same ball. Seen Wykes got his touch on it, but it wasn't enough to keep it in. Draper, ball down line. And Coleman's clearance goes up rather than out. Whites nods it back, but Blythe able to swing it away. Brown couldn't find the teammate. Gauntlet puts it towards the area. Prinzel gets a touch and Prinzel's brought down from behind. Linesman flags for a free kick. Gauntlet tripped there. And I believe it was Barrett catching the United defensive man from behind. And Glasgow is on the floor here, seeking a little bit of attention from the medical staff. Of course, let's hope it's nothing serious. Of course, United only with one proper left back in Ben Valance. Of course, Ben's out for the rest of the season. Thomas has been fantastic since filling in midway through the Copswood game last week. Of course, he was our Hillz FM Matchday man of the match at Lichfield. An instrumental display from the makeshift left back. That's playing midfield. He's been filling in on the left flank for the last couple of weeks. In terms of defensive substitutions, for Coventry United, the only one really there is Martin Hutchcox. Of course, Martin is a centre-back. Could be worth pushing Jamie Coleman onto the left, but of course Jamie prefers to play on the right. Who'd be a manager in this sort of situation? Further delays here, of course, a 15-minute delay at the start of the match.
I'll have it. That's the kids. I'll have it.
He said those kids don't want it, you have it. So I said, okay, then I will.
It does seem that Glasgow's okay to continue. He's, of course, had to make his way off the pitch after receiving attention from the medical staff. You can hear a lot of rustling behind us at the Triplex ground, and still no grub for me. Still no score from the Ricoh Arena. 0-0 between Coventry City and Bradford City. And a mishap there from Jack Gauntlet just as he was about to boot the ball away with his right foot. His left to think, no, I'll put it out for a throw-in instead. Glasgow's back on the pitch. He's going to take this throw-in. He's moving a little bit gingerly. Of course, his condition will be assessed at half-time. 1-2 with O'Grady and a 1-2 with Blythe. It's Coleman again, down line. Matt Brown under pressure from Draper. O'Grady trying to find a opening here. Blythe has got Moodium on the right and finds Moodium. No, it's just cut out there by the left back. And the two men fighting for the ball here. And it's gone out for a Coventry United throw. The last touch coming off Jake Wickett. Good pressure there from Pierre Moodium. O'Grady slips as he tries to make the pass. He's still going. And still going, Josh O'Grady is eventually brought down by Kenny, no foul given, and Kenny, the Dele Alli lookalike, as Marcus Green described him, comes away with the ball but loses it to Musa. Now it's Glasgow. United not being given a second on the ball here, and Kenny muscles Musa off the ball, and the Pilks have it in their possession once again. The ball down line, and once again the move comes to nothing. A strong display in midfield where attacking-wise they don't seem to have a lot. And a goal from the Pirelli Stadium. Burton Albion have drawn level at home to Wigan Athletic. So top of the table clash in League One. You're tuned into Hillz FM Matchday with Liam Cook live from the Triplex Sports Association grounds. Coventry United look to find the second goal, and O'Grady's little chip behind McCarla catches him out. It goes straight to Francis in goal. Reece Francis, the Pilks number 1.
Come on, United!
And a goal for Nuneaton Griff. Griff lead by 1-0. Luke Shorthouse with his 38th goal of the season. So Nuneaton Griff lead by 1-0. Another quick shout out. Heather Reynolds is now tuned in to the coverage. Says hi to the United Army.
Hi, Heather.
And a hi back to you, Heather. So 25 minutes gone. Coventry United lead by 1-0. And a free kick given against Coventry United there. Seen for a little bit of a push in a Pilkington player. Free kick right on the halfway line. So for those of you tuning in now, you're probably expecting us to take a break for half time, when in fact, 15-minute delay at the start of the match. So we're only about 25 minutes in. Free kick put into the area and caught by Rich Morris. Simple goalkeeping for the man dubbed England's number 1 by the Coventry United support. Waiting for the right option to release the ball. That big, powerful right boot finds Josh O'Grady, chested to Cox. Glasgow. Ball on the left wing to give Musa under pressure from Oldfield. It's still Musa. Glasgow tries to find Brown. It's eventually come to Blythe. Overhead kick. And the Defence able to deal with it, but United have it back again. Musa, now Moodin.
Go on, Piet.
And he's forced out by the Pilkington man. And the United faithful claiming it was a United ball. But Fletcher takes the throw in for Pilkington. And the Pilks look to build something on the left wing. Coleman's headed forward. Can Blythe get there first? No, he can't. And Jake Wickets able to win the throw-in. Another throw-in given for Pilkington, this time a lot further up the pitch. Booted clear by Jamie Coleman. That's Kenny. It's been fantastic in the attacking midfield role for Pilkington. And a foul on Kenny this time, I believe, by Josh O'Grady. The vision at the moment from this area of the ground at least is quite impaired when they're going towards the far goal on the left wing. So we'll try and keep you up to date with the action as much as we can. The free kick taken by Oldfield, and Morris should catch that one, and he does. Fantastic leaking ability from the big number one. And the restart taken quickly with Joshua O'Grady. Oldfield trying to nick the ball away, and O'Grady gets past him. He's got options on the left-hand side. Fantastic lofted ball towards Matt Brown. He's a bit too far. He's come to Glasgow. Still Glasgow. He's being forced back by Gauntlet. He's still going. He's still got the ball. Still under pressure from Gauntlet. And eventually, Keith Draper comes away with the ball, and a free kick to Coventry United. A foul on Glasgow by Keith Draper, and Coventry United will have another free kick, this time on the left side of the penalty area, more of a crossing position. You've got to ask yourself, is Gift Musa going to have a go with this one? Remember, Musa responsible for the second goal for Coventry United on Saturday.
Come on, United!
A couple of people have said that, actually. A couple of people are actually reporting to us that the coverage has gone blank. Do let us know if you can hear us. I'll blame the Wi-Fi. Pilkington trying to work an opportunity in the box, and it's eventually cleared by Moodham. Pierre Moodham. Tried to find Cox and cut out. The Higham United once again with Rich Blythe through the centre. Lofted ball. Josh O'Grady in space into the penalty area. He's got Brown in the centre, still going. He's brought down from behind. It's a good challenge there from Kieran McCarla. Fantastic tackle from behind. O'Grady was tripped, but it was a fair challenge from the Pilk skipper. And Coventry United have a throw-in level with the penalty area on the right side. Moving to take. Now O'Grady under pressure. He's passed one. He's brought down. Referee says get up. Maybe went down a little too easy. And Kenny is brought down. This time that is a foul. He was tripped. We're hearing now the coverage is actually back on, so apologies to anyone who missed out on the coverage for a few minutes. Because it's a very low budget operation here. It's a one-man operation as well, I might add. A couple of goals from Bristol City. Bristol City lead by 2-1 over Derby County. So Bristol lead 2-1 over Derby. Josh O'Grady is having a quick word with the referee over the penalty decision. He's been booked for dissent. O'Grady, of course, incensed by the decision from the referee. He's been punished for a short. A sensational scoreline coming from League Two. Cambridge United 5, Morecambe 0. And it's only half-time there. Free kick taken. Headed out by Burgess. It's gone out for a Pilkington throw-in. Last touch coming off Pierre Moodham. Score remains Pilkington XXX 0, Coventry United 1. Around 10 minutes still play in this first half. Delayed kickoff, of course. Coleman's clearance. It's another Pilkington throw. United forced into the corner. Able to get it away. So half-time scores coming in across the grounds now. It's still 0-0 between Coventry City and Bradford. As Pilkington look to work an opening. The shot is blocked well. Curling over from Anthony Fletcher. Coventry United give it away though. Oldfield puts it into the area and caught by Rich Morris. Pilkington seemed dangerous coming forward, but they just lacked that final product. I remember last time Coventry United had a 1-goal lead at the XXX Sports Association ground. They went on to lose the match 2-1 at Cadbury. Remember, Cadbury shared this ground with Pilkington. So United could do with a second goal just to steady the ship. And a 100% win record for interim manager Terry Anderson makes for pleasant reading for the United fans. And of course, United have never won at this ground, so very nervy times for the travelling fans. Long range throw put into the area, headed out. Out again by Blythe. Head towards O'Grady, under pressure from McCarla. Mooding unable to keep it in, and it's a Pilkington throw in halfway into United's own half. Header into the area, it's gathered at the far post by Morris, nodded on by Kenny. Barrett couldn't get there. Still remains 1-0, 10 minutes to go. A goal, Spotland, Rochdale lead Gillingham by 1-0. Gillingham could drop out of the playoff places. I didn't think it would have think of really, but it could happen. Gillingham have been up there all season. The ball towards the left-hand side. Draper gets it away from Brown. Still Draper under pressure from the striker, and the pressure works well for Coventry United as Glasgow dispossesses Draper. The slide chance from Draper doesn't do anything to take the ball away, and Coventry United have a free kick for a challenge on Gif Musa. And the skipper Kieran McCarla doing his best Gary Birch impression. Oh my God, the reaction from the Pilk skipper.
Reece, get them organised. Come on, United! Get them organised. Come on, make it pay, lads.
Frinzel's going to take this one. Halfway into the Pilkington half. Put in by Hutchcox. Headed up by McCarla. Moving to get there, it's cleared. Kenny. And put out well by Callum Burgess. Quelling the danger for now. So again, we did have a couple of technical issues where a couple of fans not able to pick us up on YouTube. Apologies for that. If you've missed it, Coventry United lead by 1-0. Brown and O'Grady linking up well. O'Grady trying to work his way past the defence. He's still going past Draper. Still O'Grady. Opportunity to cross. Still going O'Grady. He's got Brown in the centre. Crosses it. Brown couldn't get his header. It's just cleared in front of goal. Out for a corner. Wicket is just able to nick it away before Cox could pick it up at the far post.
United! United!
And the Coventry United faithful who have travelled down the M42 to the XXX Sports Association ground for the second time this season, voicing their support for the boys in white and green tonight. O'Grady gets set to take this corner on the left wing. Options in centre include Blythe and Cox. It's towards the far post, towards Cox, headed back in, but it's already gone out. United just trying to waste a little bit of time here. We're going into half time very shortly. About 5 minutes until the referee blows his whistle. And we're bringing you the half-time scores from around the grounds as soon as half-time hits. But we will tell you now that Coventry City and Bradford City are drawing 0-0 at half-time at the Ricoh Arena in League One. Pilkington had a throw-in just inside the United half. Jake Wickets to take it. Thrown onto the right side. Gauntlet. Trying to find Oldfield. A good pressure there from Glasgow. Ball down line. O'Grady is onside. Can he get there? Yes, he can. Just able to get the ball away from Matt Powell. It's still O'Grady. Good serve from O'Grady. Wigging his way past Powell. It's still O'Grady. Musa couldn't get there in time, and it's cleared by Anthony Fletcher. But United have a throw. O'Grady's layoff. Good idea, but the execution wasn't quite there. Musa couldn't get there in time. United wasted the opportunity. Glasgow taking the last touches of the ball. Just trickles over the line. You're tuned into Hillz FM Matchday. William Cook, if you would like to say anything on this evening's broadcast, get in touch with us via Twitter at Matchday Hillz. That's at Matchday Hillz. Half-time score from Sheepy Road, Aviston Town 0, Nuneaton Griff 2. Must-win game for Nuneaton Griff to have any chance of staying in with a chance of the Midland League Division 1 title. And an early change here for Coventry United. As Thomas Glasgow makes his way over to the touchline, he's going to be replaced by Josh Blake.
Come, Blakey! Come, Blakey!
So Josh Blake, the striker, comes on. I'd assume that maybe Prinzel will starting at left back. So you have to maybe going for a more attacking option here. It does appear that Prinzel is going to be filling in at left back. That's the last thing the Coventry United need. We've already Ben Valance out with injury. It's put into the area. Joshua Gray looks to make it 2-0. Brought down by McCalla. Referee says no. There's a good challenge from the captain. And Kenny nicking the ball away from Coleman. And a good side challenge there from Burgess. And it's gone off Kenny last to give United the throw-in. Fantastic defence once again from Coventry United. And don't forget, we are going to be naming our Hillz FM Matchday Man of the Match 10 minutes before the end of this evening's fixture. Who do you think it should be? Get in touch with us on Twitter at MatchdayHills for your suggestions on Man of the Match. As Joshua O'Grady is caught offside. And O'Grady has got to be careful. O'Grady's on a yellow card for dissent. He had an altercation with the referee. He was denied a penalty. Blake boots it forward towards O'Grady. O'Grady's got there. He's being pulled from behind by Matt Powell. Free kick, Coventry United. And it appears that Josh Blake is actually filling in at left back for Thomas Glasgow. Of course, an out-and-out striker. Josh Blake, and a yellow card for Matt Powell, the offender. Pulling back on Josh O'Grady, who is going over to take the free kick. Probably a little bit too far out for a shot. Cox and Blythe waiting on the edge of the area. Moodham on the right as well. But we all know what Josh O'Grady is like. If he sees a chance, he's going to take it. He's lining it up. What do you think? Shot or cross? I'd say it's crossing distance, but O'Grady is lining this up like he's going to have a go. In fact, it's taken quickly by Prinzel. And in fact, it's been given as a foul for a push by Blythe on McCalla. It all comes to nothing.
Come on, United!
So the game kicked off at 2 minutes to 8. So half time should be in 4 minutes. Goalkeeper was clearing as far as Moodham, flicked up by Blythe. O'Grady brings it down. Moodham. And the chip pass towards Blythe. Blythe's got to have a job to get on the end of this one. And McCalla able to boot it clear. Headed forward by Musa. Blythe picks it up again. Through ball. Josh Blake. Brown has trickled through the defence and is eventually cleared by Joe White. Moodham does well to force the Pilkington man off the ball and wins a throw-in. Throws it quickly to Josh O'Grady. Under pressure from Fletcher. Still O'Grady's got Moodham right there, and it's put out by Fletcher for another Coventry United throw-in. And once again, Moodham to take it. He's got Blythe and Musa up there as well as O'Grady. He's looking for the best option with defenders all around. And he finds the oncoming Matt Brown. The first touch wasn't quite there, and Pilkington are able to clear. Oldfield finds Gauntlet towards the right-hand side to Chad Barrett on the halfway line. Brings it back to Draper as Pilkington look to craft their first meaningful effort on goal. Very drab first half for Pilkington. The only real chance of merit so far has been that of Josh O'Grady's first goal. A low free kick early on. course, very hard to play an attractive game of football on a pitch like this as Wickets makes strides towards the penalty area, forced off the ball by Gift Musa. Forceful challenge, where it's been accepted by the referee. Musa's clearance blocked, but kept in by Kenny. Into the area, it's still going. Dale Kenny, opportunity to cross it, it's still Kenny. Been blocked off by Coleman and blocked at the near post. Long range effort from Fletcher. Blocked and cleared. And Gauntlet's long range effort and headed out for a corner by Burgess. The danger is still there for Coventry United. Pilkington trying to grab an equaliser before half-time. That would change Terry Hunson's team talk by a while. Of course, we are expecting a couple of minutes of added time for stoppages. Tommy Glasgow, of course, receiving treatment on the pitch. Not quite sure what the injury was, but he has been forced off and been replaced by Josh Blake. So the left-back woes for Coventry United continues. Of course, Ben Vallance out for the rest of the season. Now Glasgow injured too. Cross towards the near post. Cut out by Blake. Kenny looking for the cross. Back in. And it's cleared by Musa. And it's gone out for a Pilkington throw. And that ball is halfway towards the bowls courts. So a new one is required. Wrong sport. So around 2 minutes of normal time remaining, about 2 or 3 minutes of injury time as the throw is launched into the area. Kenny couldn't quite get his head on it. The opportunity for Fletcher to strike and caught by Rich Morris. He had to be on his toes for that one. He saw it coming. The coach is flicked on by O'Grady and a lofted ball by Blythe. It's headed on by the defender, but Cox could strike it! Into the bottom corner! Defensive calamity! From Pilkington, Keith Draper contributing to the Pilks downfall, and the skipper Chris Cox was on hand to pick up the spoils. Pilkington XXX 0, Coventry United 2, leading by example. Chris Cox with the second goal. Blythe's chip pass headed up by Keith Draper. He didn't realise that Cox was so close. The United midfielder able to nick the ball away from him, and a half volley into the bottom left-hand corner. Reece Francis didn't know what to do.
Brilliant goal, Coxie!
Coventry United have the cushion of a 2-goal lead as we are about to go into half-time. Certainly helps the goal difference. Gauntlet. Now Draper. They're back to McKenna. Powell. Lofted ball forward towards Kenny. Headed up. Fletcher couldn't get there, but it's a free kick. Digging the back there by Jamie Coleman on Dale Kenny. There was contact there, so you can see why it's been given. Close range opportunity for Pilkington. Anthony Fletcher's long range effort, the best they can conjure up so far. Coventry United scoring with their only real chances of this game. I don't think Reece Francis had a touch on the ball apart from the goal kicks and the throws. As Craig Oldfield prepares to take this free kick on the right corner of the penalty area. Options in the centre. A 4-man wall for Coventry United. Oldfield strikes straight over the crossbar.
What's the watching ya?
So, needless to say, the rugby jokes have already started. So we're now into added time, about 2 or 3 minutes. Those of you who've missed the coverage at the start of the match, 15-minute delay due to an injury to the linesman. Talking of injuries, Tommy Glasgow forced off with an injury around 10 minutes ago, replaced by Josh Blake, who bizarrely has been fitting in at left back. Like an out-and-out striker normally. Coleman's long ball looking for Brown, cut out, but Blythe's chip pass should be easily dealt with by McCarthy. mucks it up. Brown trying to get the ball away from him, but McConnell atones for his error and boots it clear. Kenny chests it. Cut out by Musa, but Kenny once again wins it back. He's been fantastic so far. Plays it back to Reece Francis. And the goal kick goes out for a Coventry United throw. Strong away following from Coventry United as always. I'd say that there's more away fans here than home fans. And those away fans will go into half-time happy as the referee blows for half-time. And the players in white and green will go into the break with smiles on their faces. A ground which has not been kind to Coventry United in the past. So far sees United lead by 2-0. Josh O'Grady and Chris Cox, two men who have been so crucial throughout the season, giving United a comfortable advantage at the break. So let's go through the half-time scores in the professional divisions, starting with the Barclays Premier League. Newcastle United 1, Manchester City 1. The Sky Bet Championship, Birmingham City 1, Preston North End 0, Brentford 0, Cardiff City 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 1, Queen's Park Rangers 0, Bristol City 2, Derby County 1, Burnley 0, Middlesbrough 0, that's the big one there, the top of the table clash, Ipswich 0, Fulham 0, Leeds United 0, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0, Nottingham Forest 1, Blackburn Rovers 1, Rotherham 1, Huddersfield Town 1, in Yorkshire Derby, Sheffield Wednesday 0, Milton Keynes Dons 0, Bolton Wanderers 0, Charlton Athletic 0, and Reading 1, Hull City 1. On to League 1. Barnsley 0, Peterborough United 0, Burton Albion 1, Wigan Athletic 1, Chesterfield 1, Doncaster Rovers 1, Coventry City 0, Bradford City 0, no goals at the Ricoh Arena, Crewe Alexandra 0, Colchester United 0, I don't think that Colchester are going down as things stand, Millwall 0, Fleetwood Town 0, Rochdale 1, Gillingham 0, surprising scoreline there from Scotland. Scunthorpe United 1, Bury 0, Shrewsbury Town 0, Sheffield United 1, Southend United 0, Oldham Athletic 0, and finally Walsall 0, Swindon Town 0. On to League 2, Barnet 0, Notts County 1, Cambridge United 5, Morecambe 0. What a scoreline there. Carlisle United 0, Luton Town 1, Dagenham and Redbridge 0, AFC Wimbledon 1, Exeter City 0, Mansfield Town 1, Hartlepool United 1, Accrington Stanley 2, Leyton Orient 0, Plymouth Argyle 1, Newport 1, Oxford United 1, Northampton Town 0, Crawley Town 0, Stevenage 0, Bristol Rovers 0, Wycombe Wanderers 0, Yeovil Town 0, and York City 2, Portsmouth 0. So that is the half-time scores across the country. And it's time for us to take a short break now on Hillz FM Matchday as we swap the lines. We'll be back right here.